Well, as the title says, I got back to the terminal in Charlotte, headed home. Just had to do a small trip this morning. Let me get buckled up before I get off the terminal yard here. I don't want somebody telling me I'm not buckled up. Shoot, I got my safety vest on. I'm gonna be buckled up. I'll be doing everything right. I listened to Coon Trucking all the way back from Greensboro to Charlotte. He started his show. He had a long one today. I was able to drive all the way back from Greensboro to Charlotte. As I was pulling in the yard and stopping, he was finishing up. Him and Jay Young were having a good one, it sounded like. But that's the life of us truckers out here. We kind of chit-chat. Hopefully you enjoy the conversation that you get with the truckers. Had an uneventful trip, except for the fact that, let's see, the converter dolly, when we went to SmartPost, when I went to SmartPost, it wouldn't release, so I had to leave that one there. And then when I finally found my trailers and everything in Greensboro, they had printed out the wrong trailer sheet for me, so I had to call back to dispatch and get all that corrected. But all in all, not too bad of a day. I got up early this morning when the moon was still shining. Now I'm going to be able to go home and get a little bit of lunch, hopefully. Get my duties done. I had to drive today because my, like I said on an earlier video, paperwork kind of got confused. Evidently, they may have, they forgot to, I know they forgot to tell me because I was never notified that one of my drivers should have had a random drug test. We think this is what it is. And nobody told anybody. He didn't take it, of course, because he didn't know about it. I was not notified to send him in. And he was taken out of the system. Well, he's my weekend guy, so I'm not thinking anything about it. We go to dispatch him out yesterday, and they go, oh, he's out of the system. I go, why? Well, then they had to do all their research and everything here at the hub, and we think that a clerk forgot to alert me to send him in for a drug test. So now we're going to have to go through the process of having him resubmitted for that. Clutch brake needed. And that's just one of the aggravating things as a contractor that you run into. But that's not the most major thing. It aggravated me because I had to get up early this morning to do at least part of his run. I had a substitute driver that's volunteered to do the back end, really the longest part. It's a long run. It's 640 miles, and the boy on the weekend loves it because he can leave out early in the morning and get back at a decent time and make good money. But the lady that's going to substitute for him this weekend, she didn't want to do the whole 640 because they had actually held her out too long yesterday. So, that's why I was thrust into doing this early morning part. Sometimes as an owner, that's what you have to do. I've been out here a long time. You would done, but at certain times I don't have the extra driver. And considering this was one of my extra drivers that does weekend work for me, so I really wasn't expecting to have to take him out of service yesterday. But I hope to be back going. Got a lot of stuff on my plate this week. Tomorrow, doctor day for me. I gotta go see my urologist, Dr. Ben Dover. No, just kidding about that. Dr. Brame, actually. And then I've got to go back and see my regular doctor because they took blood tests, and he's going to tell me the old Mike, you're a little bit overweight, your cholesterol's high, you need to get out and walk and exercise. So, I mean, that's my prediction of what he's going to say. I hope there's nothing else any more tragic than that with my blood results. But I think everything else is fine. My A1C is a little bit high, so I've got to watch that for diabetic purposes. I don't want to have to go on any kind of insulin or pills or anything else. So I'll definitely try to lose the weight. That's something that everybody needs to do. But fortunately for me, I'm not a smoker or drinker and everything else. So 90% healthy, I think. And we'll do our best to. Let's get on 85 here. Still not too awfully bad heavy in traffic today. Truck traffic's picked up a little bit. Car traffic's always aggravating. It's a little more crowded coming out of Greensboro than it is here. Greensboro's got they got so much construction on I-85 north of Charlotte between Concord and Salisbury. It's pathetic. It's aggravating. It'll be nice when they finish with it, but it's been going on for a long time, seems like. But where is there not construction? I mean, you can complain about construction work close to where you live, and I guarantee you can go 50 miles down the road and they got construction somewhere else. Road construction's a tough thing. I like to tell the story. I was in dispatch. It's been about 10, 15 years ago. Well, no, I guess it's longer than that. My son's. Anyway, I guess it's been 20-something years ago. I had a guy, and he said, "Man, I'm glad they finally finished that part of I-85." I said, "Me too." And I just made a statement. I said, "My wife was pregnant when they started that." He said, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, she was pregnant with my son when they started that." And he said, well, how old's your son now? I said, 23. And he thought I was kidding, but it was the truth. It was the God honest truth. She was expecting my son, and she was driving back and forth to UNC Charlotte to finish her degree as a school teacher. And she used to complain, and they were just starting the widening of I-85 then. So that would have been in 1972-3. My son will be 45 this year. But that tells you how long some of these road projects last. You don't really realize it until you put that in perspective. But that being said, progress has to be done. I remember when I-85 was 2-lane. I mean, I remember when it was 2-lane each side, and it was the new road. Well, I remember Dad was able to get on I-85 in Gastonia and go almost up to Charlotte, and because us they didn't have it completed, but they would open up several miles of it. But I digress. Progress goes on. I'm glad that we do have an interstate system, because I would hate to think what trucking would be all about if we didn't have the interstate system. We're fortunate that we have the interstate system, as opposed to a lot of countries that don't have the interstate system. I mean, they got 4-lane highways and a lot of other places, and some freeways, and autobahns, and different things. But I think, as a whole, for the size of our country, to think about what a great thing that Dwight D. Eisenhower put in place back in the 50s to open up the country with the interstate system. I mean, you know, Dwight D. Eisenhower is the one that was, who's calling me? Hey, Sheila. Oh, hold on a second, Sheila. Let me take it. Oh. Hey, Sheila, what's up? Hey, David, what's up? Yeah, hydraulic hoses? Oh, sure. Yeah, hold on. Let me buckle my seatbelt back up. Yeah, we still do hydraulic hoses. Okay, we can do that. Yeah. Right. Yeah, we can do it. That's one of the things we do a lot of. We do a ton of hydraulic hoses. Yeah, we got a good supply, and that's one thing that when I did take it over, I wanted to make sure that we had a good supply of fittings and hoses and reels and everything. So hopefully we'll be able to carry everything you want on that, because that is a big to-do, you know, because there's nothing worse than blowing a hydraulic hose out. You got something important to do. No, we're not open on Sunday, Dave. You have to have it today. Yeah. I mean, if you can wait, they'll. I mean, somebody will be there first thing in the morning, and 8. They open at 8. Yeah, and I'm on the road myself in a truck, or I would help you out. So. Yeah, but I'm sorry to hear about your dad too, David. I mean, I lost my mom a couple of weeks ago, and then you lost your dad. I know, so that's a tough blow there. Right. Oh, I do. I've lost them both now. I've lost mom and dad, and it's tough. It's tough, and so you take care. I mean, our prayers are with you and everything. I didn't get to get out there or anything, but I've been swamped trying to get everything I'm doing done. But you know, yeah, I'm opening up a new Napa store in Cherryville. I bought the Ford dealership. Yeah, I bought part of the Beamsall building, and I'm going to be moving the Napa store to our location now, and so we're that way we'll have a lot more space, a lot more ways to. We're thinking about doing a lot of different things, and plus it's got a 12-bay garage there too. So you know, so we're trying to be smart about it and do the right thing. But that's my plan. At least it's better than that little laundromat hole I'm in now, and you know, bad parking and everything else. So we're hoping to, you know, put a new light on the situation. And, yeah, hopefully, you know, be able to, you know, have a lot more space to put some more supplies in there too. That's part of the problem in the old store there. Just not enough space. Well, now see, that's one thing I'm increasing. Farm and truck supply stuff is what I'm increasing. I'm carrying clutches for the big trucks, and brake shoes for the big trucks, drums, just a lot of different things for the big trucks, and plus I got a tractor rack in there too. I paid a good little piece of money for just tractor supply stuff. So I'm trying to do that. You come by and see it and everything, but yeah, just run by in the morning and we'll jump right on that and get you. Hopefully we'll have the right fittings and everything for you and be able to make that up for you, David. All right, see you, David. Bye. Life goes on. Sorry about that. Everybody can hear my conversation. Of course, I own a Napa store and I'm in the trucking business, and they go hand in hand because the Napa store, I bought one about 6 months ago. The boy had kind of down to nothing and just off the shelf, you might say, and promises for the next day. And we're trying our best to get the inventory back up, which it's cost a lot of money to do it so far, but we're getting there. It's not to my full expectations. I mean, I want it to be better, but who doesn't? I mean, I could have $1 million worth of inventory and still need some more stuff. But you know, supplies like that do cost a good bit. You have to do the analytics and everything on it to make sure you're buying the right parts for what kind of customers you have in the area. I mean, if you got trucking customers, you buy trucking parts. If you've got farmers, you buy some for farmers. If you've got people with Toyotas, you don't go out and buy something for Mercedes, you know. I mean, Napa is a real smart company, and I've been really impressed with all their analytics on what they can and can't do. And if a store will follow suit with what analytics they have and buy the appropriate things for the what's in their neighborhood, I think they can do well. I'm proud of what we've done in the last 6 months. I've been written up in the area for the Napa of how much we've increased the sales and percentages that we've gone up. Of course, you know, it wasn't hard to increase it, I can tell you that, because it didn't have much. But you know, at the same time, it's taken a lot of effort for my guys in the store and a lot of effort and money on our part. And hopefully when we make the move, we put the new inventory in, get everything looking better, hopefully it will turn it around so the sales I would hope go up exponentially. You know, of course that's a hope, and you give your best foot, put your best foot forward, and hopefully that if you do that, you will make it smarter. Now again, you never know by just second guessing the public. I mean, that's always a hard thing to do. The public is fickle. They want new things. They want things to pop. They want to be satisfied immediately. I mean, even if they were to go to something as big as Sam's or Walmart or Home Depot or anything huge, if they didn't have the product, they'd be out of there and they wouldn't come back the next day. So that being said, I'll do the best that I possibly can do with the resources that we have, and that's all I can hope for, is give the best service to the most people and not try to be well, I don't want to be too much glitz. I want to have a very nice store. I want to have a very informative clientele, and my associates that's going to be working with me. I want them to be very well informed and use every one of the tools that we have within our system. Because if we don't use our tools properly, then the store will go back downhill. That's what I don't want it to do. So, you know, we're trying our best. We're trying our best. I mean, we'll give it our best shot. Hopefully, we'll prevail. Hopefully, Mom's got lunch ready for me when I get back. I don't know. I mean, I have to give her a quick buzz and tell her where I'm at. Because she does not know. I know everybody's going to say, you should be using the Bluetooth. I got Bluetooth hearing aids. But unfortunately, Bluetooth hearing aids in a big truck are terrible. So I'm kind of having to fudge with my phone because I don't have a headset on. But I'm not pulling a tractor trailer truck either. Yeah, I've got the tractor trailer truck, but no trailers. Hopefully I'll be able to. My wife's not outside or anything. It's a pretty day out here. Barb? She must be outside. Too pretty of a day. My wife's outside, not inside. So I won't be having lunch when I get back. I'll just have to eat a yogurt or something. I had somebody sort of hit me up and said, what is that hat? What have you got on that hat? Well, let me take it off and kind of put it down there. That's a hat that I was given about 20 years ago. Because I'd already driven over 1 million miles safe driving. And, you know, proud to have it. That's not many people obtain that. I've doubled that now or more. So fortunately I have got a good safety record as a driver myself. But now that I've tapered back, I don't drive that much now. I try to just do the short runs. I have to still keep my I have log once a month. I gotta have at least one trip. So I'll find something like this and I'll jump in it. I'll log in, log out, run a short trip. Hopefully that's all I have to do. It's aggravating at my age and what I've got going on to drive. Because anytime I'm out here driving, I'm usually thinking what I could be doing more productive that wouldn't be driving. Now, driving itself is not that bothersome to me. I guess it's all the other things that I have to do that you put up with. I'm getting older, so the dropping and hooking with a set of doubles is a little bit daunting for me, I guess you might say. I don't have the upper body strength that I used to have. I need to probably work out more and get a little bit more upper body strength. But, you know, I'm being honest. But I mean, even a good person, those converter dollies are extremely heavy. So it can be pretty tough. It can be pretty tough to. I think get run over by one of them, I can tell you that. But just maneuver them. If you don't line them up just just right when you're moving them up, and you try to move them a few feet or a few inches, you can find yourself being strained real easily. Here in Bessemer City. I don't know if the light's going to be stuck here because of the trains going across. It sometimes does that and holds the traffic so it doesn't have too much traffic pattern in front of where they're at. I know that I'm behind another truck. Let's see if we can, there we go. Hey, hold on a second. Hey, I'm on my way back. I'm headed home. Yeah, I didn't talk much on the phone. Well, I did. I talked to Larissa. I talked to Lynette. I talked to dispatch. I talked a lot with the things that were going on that were bad, but no, I didn't call my wife much, that's for sure. If you're expecting me to call you, I didn't feel like you were up that early on some of it, so I didn't, by the time I got there, I just figured. Yes, that's already been solved, yes. He needed a hydraulic hose. Because he wanted to know if we were open today, and I said, no, we're not open today. But I said, we will be first thing in the morning. What do you want to do for lunch? Or is Dina going to pick up lunch? Oh, okay. Have no idea. Okay, well, I'm turning on. I'm down here in Bessemer City right now, so I'll be home in just a little bit. I'll talk to you then. All right, bye. Okay. Take care of life and the wife and everything else. I hope I don't lose the signal here. I'm going to be running into a bad signal area in just a few minutes. We shall see. Sometimes it'll be going down this next little hill, and for the next few miles here, it's kind of iffy. But if you're watching, you know, if it goes down, I'm going to continue on. I'll hit there, reconnect. Goes out. But right now I'm riding down the road here. Got about another 10 or 12 miles to make it before I get back to my shop. And then I'll take you on a tour of what we got down there, that we're trying to get prepared for this auction that we're having on May 19th. Good size sale. If you like equipment, if you like tools, I got a bunch of tools on the sale. I've got some. I got a metal lathe that I was going to put in the use, but I decided got a new metal lathe. So I got a metal lathe I bought at a sale. I'm gonna sell it. I've got some older woodwork equipment that I used to have, and then I used to use, and then I've upgraded some better equipment, so I'm going to be selling that. A lot of this, that, and the other as far as the tools. I've got a good variety of things, but then I got a lot of trucks, trailers. The trailers, I've got some utility. I got some utility trailers. I got one trailer. If anybody's ought to tell J.C. Smith to come get it. I got one enclosed trailer. It's a 20-foot enclosed that my mechanic, I don't know what happened. The leaf spring broke or whatever, and it twisted the axle around on him a little bit and kind of beat it up. But it's a good enclosed trailer. It's a Freedom trailer. I mean, it's one that costs about new. I mean, it's a tandem. It's a tandem 20-foot. And I think those things run about 43. I could probably run a prayer. And we'll see. I mean, it's sold as is. I'm not going to do any work to it. I don't have the time to do the work for what I'm trying to get done. So, you know, I've made up my mind on all these things that I can't get it fixed. I can't fix everything I've got. I got too much stuff. So I'm going to sell my older stuff. I'm going to have newer stuff. I'm going to be buying newer trucks and everything. And all these ideas that I had on, you know, I told some people my rat rod, I got a 29A model rat rod that I've had for 40, almost 50 years. It was something that when I was young that I thought I'd love to have. It's like I said, 29A model, and I bought it with the hopes to fix it up. Well, when I was young, I didn't have the money. I had the time, no money. Now I got more money, but no time. And it's just one of those things that I kept thinking, even if I had it fixed, would I really use it? And my thought process is, no, I probably wouldn't. We've got a 68 Mustang convertible that I bought my wife a couple of years ago. It's sort of, I bought that because she had a 68 Mustang. That was her first car. Her mom and dad got her a 68 Mustang. And so I always wanted to try to find that year model and something that was close to what she had. Hers wasn't convertible, but this one being a convertible, we thought that'd be kind of cool too. And we don't use it that much. I got it stored away. I've got two Mustangs. My son bought a Mustang convertible when he got out of college. I ended up back with that. And so I've got two Mustang convertibles, and I don't use either one. So my thought is, I don't think I'll ever use that 29A model if I put any money into it. So time to let it go. Let somebody else project with it. And I'll just buy new, I guess you might say. I'll just buy what I need and buy something comfortable. I mean, at 67, I want comfort, I can tell you that. I'm like the old gray-haired lady in a Cadillac. I want something that rides good. I don't want something that's going to beat me up. I want something that's dependable. I can crank it up, go, it's comfortable, and go where I want to go and get back from where I came. So that's my philosophy on that. And that's what I'm going to do if I can. So yeah, I'm going to be like this old lady in front of me. I can barely see her head, and she's she just pulled out from the church down here. Looks like, I assume it's an old lady or an old man. They're a big, that's not a Cadillac, that's a big 98. It's like big Olds or Buick or something. But it's a big one. Looks like it's probably 15, 20 years old. Because they don't make them that big anymore. But, you know, I want something that's comfortable. So I'm going to buy an SUV, a pickup truck. To me, that's comfortable. Today's pickup trucks are as comfortable as they come. I got a 2017 F-150 that I drive. It's my personal vehicle. And of course, I have a dually. Also, I don't want to disparage the people that don't like Dodges, but I also have a Dodge dually. With the Cummins diesel in it. I like it too. It's great for power and everything. Does a good job. I've had an F-250 diesel. My son wanted that. It was all fancied up, four-wheel drive and everything else. I kept it for a number of years. Didn't put that many miles on it. But my son wanted it, so I sold it to my son. Let me rephrase that. I sold it to him. I could have made way more money. I was offered way more money, but it's your son or daughter or whatever. I told him, I said, I'm not going to give it to you, but I will sell it to you reasonable. So I sold it to him $5,000 or $6,000 cheaper than what I could have got out of it. But that's what dads do. I mean, I could have used the money, I guess, but I didn't. Well, he's my son. I'd turn around and give him money anyway. I try to be fair to my children, love my children. I got two great children. My daughter works with us, not married. She actually still lives at home with us. And I don't, used to be, I thought, well, maybe she'll move out. But then she's such a benefit for us as far as she works in the business. She's never really wanted to get married. She does her own thing. She likes sports and everything. She's dated a little bit limited, but she's really a shy girl and hasn't dated that much. But that's fine too. I've seen so many bad marriages out there. I would rather her not be there. And she's not really keen on having children or anything like that. She takes care of my grandson real good. And he's lucky to have an aunt or aunt, whichever way you want to say it, that looks after him so good. But all in all, I mean, our life's good. I mean, now that I've gotten older, I'm glad she's still at home. She can look after me now. Especially as I get older, that's a plus. She looks after her grandmother real good, my wife's mother. So all in all, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So, you know, life could be good. Life is good for me. I'm a very happy person. I try to look at everything on the positive side. Now, the trucking business can be tense at times. Well, Farmer Brown's up here with, what's he got there? What is that, a hay? Let's slow it way down here. I got somebody, a farmer with, he's got the big, that daggum tractor is a huge tractor, because he's over here in the grass on the right, and his left tire, has he got tandem tires? Looks like it is. Either that or he's got a spread or something. Clay Coon, is this your tractor up here in front of me? I say that. Clay talks about his farming. I wish I was younger and I could farm, I guess, but I'm happy just to live on a farm and not God, he didn't turn off. All of a sudden that guy turned off. What's he got? Is that a big baler? A rake? Oh, that's a rake. I can see it now. He's got one of those fold out rakes and a tandem wheel John Deere. But it's a John Deere. Looked like he's pulling a New Holland rake. What you doing that for? He didn't like, I guess the John Deere guy didn't give him a good enough deal. Or is that a disc? That's a disc tire, isn't it? Yeah, that's what that is. That's a disc. That's a fold-out disc. I mean, well, that's not the kind that, that's that low-impact type disc, where they, not like the old great big turn plow disc we used to have when I was a kid. I used to love to smell dirt after Daddy used the disc tire. I mean, it smelled so good. I mean, I don't know. If you're a farmer or ever lived on a farm, you know what I'm talking about. That was some of the best smelling dirt. I used to love to just go out in the field after Daddy had turned everything over like that. I mean, we used to really, when they knew that they do all this no-till stuff now, but we used to really, I'm going to go ahead and pass him. I don't want to go 4 miles behind a tractor. But let's talk about my farming there. When we were young, we used to turn plows and the disc and everything else. I mean, they really turned the dirt back then. And like I said, I love the smell of it. I mean, I thought that's some of the neatest smell when the ground was cultivated up like that. And you don't smell that or see that as much, like I said, with these no-till farming like they do. And of course, I guess it's better. I mean, because there was a lot of erosion problems, I think, when people did too much of that. So you don't see the erosion way back. Back in the 50s, erosion was pretty bad. And you'd have to rotate crops and everything to help on erosion and just a lot of different things. But we don't see that today. I mean, I guess, horticulture has been improved a good bit. Whoops. Kind of over revved there. Now I'm almost back to my shop. Turn the left to go into it right now. Paperwork after a while, but at least I'll be home. Parked David's truck back in place so he won't fuss at me. David's a real good driver I have that runs a nighttime Charleston for me. He also lives close by, and I let him drive back and forth to the shop, so he doesn't have to drive his personal vehicle down to Charlotte. But it works good for me too, because if I need vehicles taken back and forth, he's more than willing just to do that for me. But I am back. And we are about to run down on that, but let me turn the camera around here. Yeah, there we are. There's my dually. There's one of my Amazon trucks. Only red one you'll see in the bunch down here. Here's another one of my new Cascadias. Let me get out. I about run the battery down on every phone that I've got in the. I've got 3 of my phones here with me, and I about run the battery down on everything. And I need to sign out. Whoops. I need to log out on my off duty. Next. No defects. Finish. And I'm finishing up with the ELD there. Yeah, I'll let that readjust there. I'm off duty now. Okie dokie. That looks good. All right, I didn't bring anything else in there but that and this. Yep, I forgot about that. About to forget this. So let me turn this back around. Turn that back around, get my little mount that I had for my camera that I couldn't use. And get on down to the house and plug the phones back in, because I didn't take my chargers with me, so I'm about to run everything down to a frazzle. Oh, let me turn the camera screen around. There we go. Y'all can bear with me as I get out, and as I put a few things back in my pocket here. I'm gonna be like Jay Young. I'm gonna just have just whatever going on right now. Stick my camera out there and go out and work on a tractor. All right, hear me scraping and go on. Oh crap. Headlights are still on. Don't want to do that. Now let me go back here and kill the kill switch. This truck's equipped with a kill switch, which I like. Boom! I heard everything click off. It'll let just a minimum amount of lights come on if you turn it on. But there's one of our new Cascadias that we haven't put into service yet. I've got to get all the warranty work done. There's that new not OnStar, whatever that is, the Ford collision stuff on the front of that. This one unfortunately doesn't have it, but that's the Cascadia I was in today. Like I say, I'm gonna zoom around. You can see some of what we got that we're gonna be selling. I'm gonna keep that truck. I'm gonna sell that truck back there. It's been tagged. There's my service truck. I'm not gonna sell it. I mean, good gracious, the birds got all over my mirror. I'm gonna hang on to a service truck, of course. Here's a day cab single axle I'm gonna sell. Over here is a tandem KW 06. He's a T2000. I've never been a fan of KWs. No offense to the guys that like KWs. Here's a Volvo single axle that I'm gonna sell. Over here is, of course, there's one we kind of robbed some stuff off of it, but it's still got some scrappable stuff. There's a day cab. And this one, what is this one for? That's Charles's old truck. Yeah, there is a single axle sleeper with got a C15 cat in it. Of course, if anybody wants a crane body, I wish J.C. Smith would see this. He'd like a crane body. I bought this. It's one of my other bright ideas. I thought I would use this, but since I've got my service truck with a crane, I don't need it. I bought this first, and I was going to get it. It's got a crane and a wrecker, and it is built stout. I mean, this has got bukus of stout metal under it, and it was on a single axle truck, but it's got a heck of a winch on it. Let me walk around. There's another single axle sleeper. We've had to rob a few things off of it. Of course, there's a single axle Mack with a sleeper. Now that one runs good, 13 speed. It's got a 460 in it, came out of a Vision. Here is another T600-06 with a C15. There's that big crane winch. It's a monster of a, this sucker's heavy. It's a monster, all right, and then here is a Volvo that's got an N14, 18 speed. This thing will pull down the side of a house. Things are strong. I've got my wrecker has the same setup. I bought two of these, and just alike. One of them's yellow though, one of them's brown. But I only needed one for the wrecker. There's that T600 again. And here's another single axle day cab. This one actually has a blown motor in it. I know what happened on that. It's got a 60 series. And then, like I said, I've got down there, you'll see that brown one. Now that's a copy of the yellow one. It's also an N14, 18 speed. And we have our wrecker unit on the back of it. But I don't need but one wrecker, so I'm gonna sell the other one. I may regret that one day, but my wife says we've got to sell some of this stuff. So, happy wife, happy life. So they say. All right, let me get in the old pick 'em up truck. Oh, man. And, get my fingers out from under in front of the screen. Hope I haven't been blocking the screen the whole time. Here's a rattle of my Cummins diesel there. And over here are my 2008 Macks back to back. Over here's a box truck that I'm gonna sell that's got a Caterpillar engine in it. Now these trucks, most of these are going to be usable trucks. These are some of our new Cascadias over there. Of course, down there is our Hendrick Motorsports truck that we got. We use that in the Amazon. And then there's a couple of more Columbias and one. There's a Mack we have. It has no engine in it. Has a transmission, no engine. And then there's another one of my Amazon trucks right there, one Perry drives. And on down here, I've got a loader. I bought this at a sale. The darn thing worked good for a little bit, but then I'm gonna have to sell it as is. The oil cooler started leaking. That's a heck of a stout loader though. But I wish I could had time to fix it. And if it doesn't go as much, I may no sell it. If it don't go enough, I'm gonna probably no sell it and fix it. I don't want my wife to hear that, but that's my choice. headed down to my house. Let me get this up here where it's a little more steady. I paved it now. Ever since then, I've had to repave it in spots. It cost me a fortune to pave it the first time. It's a half-mile long, so you can imagine how much a half-mile worth of asphalt cost. And then I've got a friend that's in the paving business, so every year I usually say, Mary, how about coming down and paving 100 yards of this, that, and the other for me? Well, I see the wife's out there viewing something. I don't know what it is. And the daughter's not back from church yet. Okay, so we'll see what we have for lunch. All right, well, I'm gonna get off and we'll lock her down. I'm gonna eat me some lunch. See ya.